Howdy there, my friends. Today we are back with another Vinland Saga video, and today we're going to be doing a character breakdown of Einar, Thorfinn's beloved friend in Season 2, who does help him progress in the story. But anyway, without further ado, subscribe, shout out to my friend Marcus, what a guy, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it, because this character is really interesting to do with the overall plot with things, but I won't waste any time, and let's just get on with it. Now, Einar's story is a lot more simpler than the other one, but it's also it's very complex at the same time, which is very good. But yeah, it basically follows his sister and his mum dying, which, is quite sad on its own, but then later on, instead of dying, he gets captured and sent to work as a slave, because he looked fit and stuff like that. But I thought it was a really good way to open up episode 1 of Vinland Saga Season 2, mainly because this is where we meet Thorfinn. He gets bought by Kettle, and he gets sent to the farm to work for his freedom, and then there's where we obviously meet Thorfinn. So I think overall it's a well-rounded backstory. It's nothing too crazy in the likes of people like Askeladd and Thorfinn, but it is a good way to open up the season, and I thought it was an interesting route they went with. Now, this is actually probably the best arc in the story, because we finally see Einar and Thorfinn's relationship slowly grow throughout this part of the show. And it's really flawless to see it, because you see how much of a driving force Einar is towards Thorfinn, and how they both interact with other people on the camp. Thorfinn's more calm and cautious about causing trouble and stuff, and Einar, since he's new to the farm, he's trying to start up problems, which Thorfinn quickly resolves, which I think is a really cool brother dynamic. Another really cool character added to this part of the show was Snake. He's such a good character to the overall show. We get to see people like Kettle and Snake, and I think Kettle's son, I forgot his name, but I think it's Thorgil. They're all really good characters in their own aspect. But yeah, I love how they both interact with all of them, because you get to see their characters both truly shine in this arc of the story. I also really like the whole arc with Garna, that it really just shows the mentality of these two and how much they're willing to go to protect people, because of course obviously Einar liked bro's female, so I mean he was definitely there for it, but I just loved how they all did all of it. It was a really good saga to the show. Now, Einar's role in this scene is actually very good, because it fully shows how he cares for Thorfinn, and it's really motivating him to do this, and you can see him in the background supporting him through the 100 punches, and I just think that's such a good thing for them to have as a dynamic. It's just amazing, and this scene really does show off both their characters, and also when their confrontation with Canute, it also shows them off a lot, because they're quoting each other and saying stuff, and it's just so good in the last part. I don't have any specific quotes or anything they said, but when I watched it, I remember they were glazing each other over when they were talking about Canute. But yeah, Einar's part in this, I think, is nearly as great as Thorfinn's, how he's he kind of motivates him through all this, and he's one of the people who literally made him change his whole aspect of his life, so that's why I give him so much credit on this list, and Thorfinn's just the goat for taking all this, bro. Einar also does play a big role in this part of the story as well, when he finally returns back to Iceland to greet his mother and sister after being gone for 16 years. But yeah, he plays a good part in this, because he also goes along with Leif and Thorfinn, and he kind of tells him a bit about Thorfinn as well. But yeah, he plays quite a big part in this as well. I'm not too sure if he does come back here in the manga. I'm not too sure. I have not read the Vinland Saga manga, but tell me if he does, because I would like to see some of these characters interact with Einar just a little bit more. But for real, bro, we need more people like Einar, bro, in the sense that being a good friend. Einar's such a good friend for Thorfinn. At this part, anyway, I know in the manga, they do have a disagreement at some point, which is actually my next point. Now, the manga part of the story is a part of the story I'm not too clued in on myself, but from what I do know about it, I do know that Einar does, I think, like, kill someone in, like, Vinland, and, like, they get, like, Thorfinn and him get into a disagreement about it, but I don't know the like, ins and outs of it. Another thing that also happens, major spoiler, Einar dies in the most recent chapter, which honestly was heartbreaking when I read it. But he dies from this guy who I'm pretty sure stabbed him, but he was trying to protect someone else, so he died out, like, trying to help other people, which is something I really love about this character. But if that is actually the conclusion to Einar's character, I think he went out amazingly, and I think he's a very well-written character. Obviously, in the story of Vinland Saga, he deserves so much credit for helping Thorfinn along the way, and he not only did that, but he also benefited himself in the long run, and his death was just so sad. But yeah, you guys probably know how I'm feeling. It's so painful when he dies. Now, that will be the conclusion to this Vinland Saga video, but I do want to thank all of you guys who have made it this far in the video. It means a lot, you guys joining me to make these videos and support them, because it takes a lot of work to make these videos on a consistent basis, so it kind of is tiring. But I do want to thank you, and anyway, if you haven't already, make sure to sub and like, with post notifications, in fact. But yeah, my next video probably be a Vinland Saga video just like this one. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day.